Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Well, welcome to Trailer Boys, everybody. This is the show where we watch trailers submitted by you, the audience, on the theme we have to this website address up here. Huh?
Or what about the drunk Flanders? This is the drunk Flanders. That's a good one.
Okay. Tonight's theme is romance movies, not specifically rom-coms. I think I may have said rom-coms initially, but I think it was romance generally. Romance movies.
Okay.
And then what happens is we watch the trailers. You guys get to vote yes or no on the trailer. Then Sam and I assign it points together, and then it's an amalgam, and then we assign those points to whoever submitted those trailers. And you may be asking yourself, then what? Well, then we put the points up on the leaderboard, and if you want to see the leaderboard right now, it looks like this.
Ooh.
No points. You know why? It is because today is the start of season 5. Beach That Makes You Old squeaked one past Flanja. Flanja was close to being the only 2-time champion, and it didn't happen. I will point out, we have a unwritten rule where there's no back-to-back champions. Like we don't, if you win one season, so Beach That Makes You Old, you can take this season off. Because per the rule book that I'm reading right now, that is a legit thing. You cannot win season 5. But yeah, so
Beach That Makes You Old can submit trailers.
True. Or they could pocket them. But I mean, that's the thing. You can still play. Guy Incognito quit his job for season 3. And he spent 40 hours a week searching for trailers. So he really committed to it. And it was really tough. But his wife and children were going hungry and they were very angry at him. And so when season 5 came, or season 4, he really had to relax a bit because...
What did he do with their time in his week? Is like...
He slept.
He slowly tied a noose?
yes. But he took it real serious. So
in a gun.
And he put the dedication into it. Some people, they don't even try that hard and they still submit fire trailers and stuff. So different sorts of different people. Some people are like, you guys never choose my trailers or never like my trailers. It's not us. It's everybody, and if you put the time in, if you quit your job, abandon your family, and just watch movie trailers every day, all day long for 40 hours a week, then you could be the champion. But right now, we just want to make sure Beach That Makes You Old doesn't get wind up in a mental hospital because he's gone trailer crazy. We submit trailers during the show. I've never been sure. Yeah, of course. The chance of 13 subs, pretty sweet. Oh, and Ancient Moth gifted a sub. Fudgy Stuff gifted a sub. Thanks, guys. What is the secret to getting into the zone when watching trailers? Oh, that is... Okay, I'm following this. Too Much Television says, yeah, Guy Incognito almost Karen'd himself. And Guy Incognito says that's the secret to getting into the zone when watching trailers. Nart, cut this part out. No! Yeah, so that's the show. It's anyone's game.
Belzo.
Congratulations to Beachy.
Subs. Thank you, Belzo. HBO Ox. I like that. Or Hobo Ox. I wish it was HBO Ox instead of HBO Max.
Hobo Ox, you should change your name. Did you watch anything cool this week? Anything noteworthy?
started watching Beef. I liked Beef. Have you watched
Yeah,
Beef yet?
I did. I watched everything. I watched it all in one sitting, pretty much. I really liked it. It's fucking weird. It seems pretty basic in the beginning, and then it has like some really weird points. It covers a lot of ground tonally.
You know what it reminded me of, and this might sound a little problematic to begin with, but so don't. I have a logic behind this. It reminded me of Korean soap operas.
Problematic.
I don't know how many Korean soap operas. Have you ever watched any Korean soap operas?
No, I have friends that watch them and they talk about them all the time, and I am like, that is crazy. And like, it just the stories are very insane.
Well, like Korean soap operas, like I don't know, maybe I'm wrong with this because it's like I watched a lot of one Korean soap opera because I did all the um, subtitles for it. It was this show called Full House, and
I don't think that's Korean.
not the same as the American one. And it was starring the Squid Games does not count. It was starring the Korean pop star Rain, and it was like this girl who becomes indebted to this rich, like playboy type guy, and so she has to kind of be his personal assistant. And there's like this like romance there, but it's really about all the shit they have going on in their lives. And so that's what reminded me of. It's like I feel like a lot of Korean pop star or Korean soap operas have like a big concept to get you in, but then really are about these characters and what they're doing with their lives. And so that's why Beef reminded me of that,
I like Beef.
because it had the big like beef that the whole thing's built around, but it's really about the individual's life.
Yeah, it gets really weird. Also, David Cho, the artist, is amazing in it. Like, I'm like, this guy is a great actor.
Oh, is he the friend?
No, he's the cousin.
The cousin,
Isaac.
yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, is that David Cho? And then I just like David Cho. He had that podcast, and he's known as like this artist, but I feel like, you know, what he's really known for, he was like this asshole kind of graffiti artist that would just do ballsy shit, and he was like in jail in Japan for a while, and then he got out, and that's what his name was, is like this kind of like crazy kind of graffiti artist. And then Justin Timberlake paid him to do a mural at the offices of Facebook, early days when it was the Facebook. And
Wait, Justin Timberlake did, or the person that Justin Timberlake played in the Facebook movie?
irrelevant. But so he was like, yeah, I want to get paid in stock instead of money. And now he's like a Facebook zillionaire, you know? And then he can kind of do whatever he wants. So but he is a very fucking good actor in that. I think he's like my favorite part. I thought he was great. Yeah.
He's cool.
Okay. So I watched a mid movie this week called Collage. And I thought it was about people like cutting out pictures and like
Oh, I
using
don't think that's the
hodgepodge
name
to
of
like put them together.
I don't think that's the name of it.
What is the name?
It's College.
That would make so much more sense, because the actual movie wasn't about like cutting pictures out and gluing them together. It's about these three high school kids going to university for the weekend.
Yeah.
But I guess the university could have been a college as well.
It stars Zach, and the co-star is the supporting actor is Drake Bell, right?
Yes. And Zach crushes in it. And if I can, for a second, let Let me see if I could. Wonder if this will let me put this in here. I don't know. Does Watch Together let us do Twitch links? Oh, it does. Ready for this?
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I had to do the face zoom a lot because there's nudity. There's a lot of TOS. So whenever I feel something TOS is coming up, I face zoom. So we're not watching anything TOS. You ready? These guys are hanging out. Look at Zach's hat! Look at Zach's hat! Oh my god! Look at Zach's hat!
Have you hit play yet?
Oh my god, look at Zach's hat!
Oh, it didn't play on my end.
That's a funny one. Anyway, oh, it's just playing like the whole stream now? Oh, did you hit play? Did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
Oh. Well, he had a hat on. It was pretty good. B-Reel's up. You guys want to be in my B-Reel? Everyone in chat, say something cute.
You know what's funny? I'm sure I've more than once told the story about me in Europe and mentioned that I was wearing a fedora in that story.
Yeah.
And I feel like I got a lot of shit from Zach from that. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Rumor has it that wasn't like a lot of the wardrobe for this is like just what people had on. So,
yeah.
And you know, like you've seen Barbarian, right? That movie.
Yeah.
And so, you know, the main guy, he's wearing a baseball cap that says, Grillo's Pickles.
Yeah.
And I was like, Zach, I didn't know you were into Grillo's Pickles. And he's like, no, here's a secret to acting. Every time an actor wears a hat, it's something that they picked and chose out of their personal wardrobe. And I was like, no shit. And he was like, secret fact. And so now we know. And for your fedora, I will say, like, every time I've seen a picture of you wearing a fedora, everything you have going on, it doesn't stick out as weird, you know? Like, it's definitely within the character of how you look. The Las Vegas fedora was, like, very party guy, you know? So, that was a fun time. Yeah, when you were dressed like your Las Vegas guy with the fedora, that was a fun era. When you and Sully went to like my favorite thing, so Sam and my best friend Brian Sully went to the Space Needle and got a picture of themselves with like the yardsticks. Was it like really early in the morning? Do you want to tell the story?
What is it called? It's called the it's not called the Space Needle, but it's the Vegas Space Needle, you know. And there's a roller coaster thing on the top of it that just like shoots you the stratosphere. Yes. There's like one of those roller coasters that just goes straight up and it's like on the needle of the stratosphere. And so me and Sully went. We were super hungover. I remember we hit like an oxygen bar on the way in just because we were so hungover, but we were like, oh, we got to do this. We got to do this. And we were doing it, and they sell pictures there of you on it. And we were on it with this like old couple, and the guy selling us the picture was like, oh my God, I'm a big Whitest Kids fan. And he was like, hey, if you sign one of these for me, I'll give you one for free. I was like, yeah, totally. And so he gave us one for free. And I signed his picture of me in the stratosphere. And I just like drew a bunch of dicks on the old guy and the old woman all over their face. And like they were all jizzing on their face. And so that kid has that picture somewhere. So
that's great. I hope he still has it.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is the t-shirt you guys had made.
Oh yeah, we got t-shirts too, right?
They got t-shirts of the two of them with their arm around each other, holding these yardstick drinks, like, yeah. And then they had them made and they're wearing them. And then there's a picture of them wearing the shirts, doing the same thing. So it's like a weird Inception picture. I love it.
Oh, wait. Hold on. The Stratosphere picture's somewhere in here on top of something.
I miss my kids. 420 is still.
All right.
So for last week's trailer, do you want to watch the trailer of the week, or would you like to see the trailer that solidified Beach That Makes You Old's win of the season?
Let's watch a trailer of the week, because I feel like you don't get much for, right? Like, you don't get much for the show where someone wins the season. So we might as well give them that, right?
True.
And I actually missed who won.
All right, let's try that. Are you ready?
Yep.
Here we are. Home sweet home. Woo! Make it rain, bitches. What is that? Looks like a beaver dam. Let's go take a look.
You girls from out of town?
We're staying over there in my cousin's place. We were looking for beavers.
Well, hell, ain't we all?
Well, I've had enough excitement for one day. What was that?
I always get cabin fever confused with cabin in the woods.
That's like
Yuck.
really
Are
funny
people coming now?
list of movies.
Ever occurred to any of you that there might be more beavers?
The fuck?
Is that blood?
Never
I wonder if
seen
they
a
ever
real
address him
beaver
wearing a
before.
knit cap while swimming.
Well, maybe you should try going down on me once in a while, bud.
We cannot turn against each other right now. That is exactly what the beavers would want.
Beavers are generally more active at night. That road's blocked. We sure as hell can't get through on foot.
Fuck a bag of dicks!
There's no way I'm jumping up for this.
I mean, really?
I love it.
Why were they looking for beavers? Right? I mean, right?
I don't know. Bone Apple Pete says the opening dialogue with Bill Burr is pretty funny. Yeah, I'm sold. Like, I want to see it.
So should we do coming attractions?
Yes. Ah, fuck.
Captain Rambo? What the hell are you doing?
Entering the jump point perimeter. I'm gonna get you some readings, Fury. Hello? Hello?
Captain Rambo?
Is this an Avengers test?
Where's Captain Rambo? working for Kamala Khan.
Okay, so our powers are entangled. I can manipulate light energy. And you...
I could totally show you.
I'm not again!
Hi.
Where's our daughter?
Wherever you were.
We're a team.
Oh, no, we're not a team.
We're not a team.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that song.
I would also say, like, yeah, to do the whole trope of taking a song and making it sound like epic and cinematic, it was pretty fun to have them do Intergalactic. Like,
yeah,
that was a really cool, fun choice. And I like it too. Like, I think some of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies did this, where they have the song sound like the song and then get epic and cinematic. And yeah, and this did that. I don't like it when it's just like straight up, it sounds like it's like this crazy like, you know, like Inception, blah blah.
Yeah. That's I'm fading that.
Like,
did you see?
You know, like it's like when I get knocked down, I'll get up again. No, you're never gonna get me down.
But Intergalactic was good. Do you remember we had tickets to that tour, and then like Mike D broke his leg riding a bicycle or something, and then we never got to see it.
Beastie Boys and Rage Against the Machine.
I was so psyched. That was my shit. I was like, these are both of my lanes right now. Did you see was it Ms. Marvel, the TV show?
Yes.
What did you think?
I liked it.
I loved it. It was cute, you know, it was fun, it was funny.
It's definitely like, it was like cute. Like,
what's the thing? A lot of people in chat are like, fuck Marvel movies and stuff like that. You're adults, you know?
That was definitely like a straight up like a teen movie.
Yeah.
Which was like it was kind of cool that it was just like, we're not even gonna try and be like a movie for everyone. It's very, you know.
Yeah, I mean, they have their lanes. They have a lot of characters and stuff. They can do different kinds of movies for different audiences. I look forward to this.
Is that you that just wrote as if it? Wait, what? Who's dealing official WKUK in chat right now? So it's Nate. No, it's Nate.
I spelled my name wrong.
Name.
Okay. Yeah, my first tape was also Licensed to Ill. It was Licensed to Ill and the Run DMC one, Raising Hell.
Ooh. All right, you ready for another trailer?
I am.
Evil is on board. Powerful evil.
We call him Dracula.
Ooh, pre-trailer trailer. Get ready.
on charter from Romania to London. Shipping private crates. Contents unknown. Out at sea with no land in sight.
This here is Clemens. He's a doctor.
You dress like a learned man.
University of Cambridge. I know my way around the boat.
Our charter has agreed to pay a bonus for timely arrival in London.
Let me show you the ship. This here is Huckleberry. We don't come wood like this to give the ewes clear.
The meat is a fine boat, no doubt.
Bullet with the butterfly wings.
The world is a vampire?
Yeah.
Something ripped apart the animals.
All the livestock?
This looks like a bite.
Search the ship. Everywhere. Evil is on board. Powerful evil.
Master and Commander was great.
In the night, it drinks our blood. He is here. We call him Dracula.
He's coming! Did you see the size of that bloody thing? I want to kill the cursed thing.
He is on this ship, which means that we will never leave it.
The devil is real. May God have mercy on us all.
I like how it did the trope that you were just talking shit on.
The other trailers seem more fun.
That movie, though, I think is funny because it's like, it's just Dracula on a boat. And which is, it's dumb. Like, if you're Dracula and you know you're on a boat, you know, you'd want to, like, be a little bit more low key. You know, if you're killing goats and stuff, like, hide the goat bodies. You know, you don't want people to be like, I think Dracula's on the boat. And then also, if you're on the boat and you know Dracula's on the boat, you're pretty fucked, you know?
Yeah. That's actually based on a chapter of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, it is? That's
yeah,
cool.
there's a whole chapter in Bram Stoker's Dracula that is about the boat that he's traveling in, and these, you know, like, sailors realizing that, like, oh shit, like, something weird's happening, everyone's dying.
Cool.
So I think that's kind of a fun take on the whole thing.
Do you have another trailer?
One more. Okay.
Patient has lost the ability to speak. He's not deaf, and he's technically not mute. With the proper amount of care, it's possible that he could regain his understanding of the world, his ability to speak.
What's our first course of action?
Well, the state is not going to pay for any of that, so we are going to put his ass on the first bus downtown.
What do you mean he won't get out of the trailer? Get in. Take a look at this guy. What about him? He's a dead ringer for you. Man don't look nothing like me. I mean, look at him. He's too short. Get finished today for you. Action. Cut. Latte pronto.
Excuse me, Mr. Pronto. Can I call you Latte?
Latte. Latte pronto.
Latte Pronto.
Is that your name?
Amazing.
You and me are gonna do big things, pal.
Mad respect, bro.
Move! Star's coming through!
This is just like Hollywood being
Welcome to
there.
your team. You got me, your agent.
I was just gonna
got
say,
your manager,
Chauncey
lawyer,
Gardner.
publicist, personal assistant. Plus, we got you an intern.
You have got a big film premiere tomorrow night. Does that make you a little nervous?
This was a gift from Prince Harry. It was one of the original Knights of the Round Table sword or something. Can't really remember because I wasn't listening when he gave it to me.
Make love to me, latte.
A million Disney fiddles playing. Bing, bang, boom. Began to take my breath away. Bing, bang, boom. I'm jumpy as a jumping.
The phone is not ringing.
Don't worry, pal. I'll get us back on top.
I know you think what's been happening to your career is accidental. Everything is by design.
Who are you really, Latte Pronto?
Bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang,
And toy time!
Gotta get down,
funny.
big time.
It's funny 'cause he made this other movie, and I haven't seen it, but what was it called? It was like Fist Fight, I think. And that was like a loose remake of 3 O'clock High. It was like 3 O'clock High, but it's the teachers. And so it's funny that he's like doing all these movies that just are like original movies, but at their core, just like another movie.
Yeah, I think it's pretty funny because you could just you could probably get away with that for a very long time.
Yeah.
And just you're like, don't tell people, oh, we're remaking this movie. You just do it. People are like, oh, it's kind of like being there, and you're like, it's kind of like what it comes from.
You're like, no, well, in being there, he talked, and it took place in Washington, D.C. So they're completely different.
Yeah. Let's do Star Wars, but as a Western.
Yeah.
Well, those were great coming attractions. I think of the three, let's recap. It's the Dracula on a boat, the Hollywood being there, and what was the first one? Oh, the Marvels. Ooh, these are all good ones. I'm gonna go
see most, yeah.
I'm gonna go Marvels, Fool's Paradise, but that's close. And then Dracula on a Boat third. And the only reason I'm actually even interested in Dracula on a Boat is because you're saying it's based on an actual part of the original book, which I think is interesting to me.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. I would bet that's probably. I feel like the Marvels has the best chance. I'm interested in seeing. I think Marvels has the best chance of being good. If I had to put money on it, I wouldn't bet money that I'll like any of them.
I think it's interesting though, like conceptually, because there's a lot of movies that are adaptations from books, like a bazillion of them, and then you read the book and you're like, oh, there's so much more in the book. So it's interesting to be like, oh, we're going to go back to the mine and pull out more content to make into a movie. And this still happens, like even in modern day stuff. I think I don't know if it was one of the follow-ups to The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, but I had seen the movie and my mom was reading the book. We were talking about it, and like her story was completely different than the movie that I saw. It was like about a beach and somebody. What was that book?
That Beach That Makes You Old. I think she read the wrong book.
It's The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
The spider something. Never mind. Yeah, it's hard to like be like, hey, remember that part? And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway. Do you want to start the show with a trailer?
Here, why don't you pick one to start, since I just did those? But yes, we should start the show.
And again, just a reminder, it is anyone's game. We did get about 85 submissions, which is good. Just some stats for the people that are interested in. We watched 350 movies in season 4. Let's see, season 3, we watched 352 movies. Season 2. Season 2 was 801. Wow. Season 2 is long. Oh, wait, no, you know what? That's wrong. Season 2 was 326. That list was the ones that we didn't even watch. We've kind of changed it, so now we're just keeping track of the ones we watched. All right, so there you go. So each season, let's say, is about 350 movies. How's that? All right. And you can still submit. Remember, people ask if they can submit while we're watching the show. They can, but now we're looking at the list, and I took a peek at the list earlier. If you're submitting now, like if you've already submitted, there's chances I've like seen your thing. You're submitting now. It doesn't get as much. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna do a random. You can do /roll in Google, and it would give. Random number generator. Okay.
Want a date?
Want a date?
Kill each other. Kill each other. Each other.
Kill each other.
That's pretty great. Drop.
I love it. I love it. There's only one drop I really enjoy more, though.
Kill each other.
What? Sprayed all over my chest and face.
Sprayed all over my chest and face. I don't know where it is.
Shush! Spray it all over my chest and hair.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Look at Jody. She looks great, huh?
Yeah, she looks really good.
Come on. You had 5 years to pull the trigger with Jody. You had plenty of reasons for calling it off.
I think there's been a mistake because that's the kids' table.
That's not the kids' table. That's the singles table.
Seriously, I had to kiss a few frogs before I met my prince.
What if the guy who could never commit
Just the idea of marriage is just so permanent.
finally took a chance?
How did you get into environmental research?
I wanted to do something that I really love.
She's gorgeous, fun. She's a great person. At some point, you're just gonna have to close your eyes and jump. I've only known her for 6 weeks.
You should be thanking God that a woman this fantastic would even consider you.
You may kiss the bride. Can you believe it? I finally took the plunge.
I got the next 3 weeks off. We're road tripping it down to Cabo.
You got a pretty good voice there.
You're gonna be hearing a lot of it for the next 40 or 50 years.
Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So much, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer.
They're so cute. That's us in 10 years.
I hope it's more than 10 years.
You're probably right. I'm really bad at math.
Eddie, think fast.
Ah! Honey, come on!
You snorted.
That's how I got the deviated septum.
That wasn't what you think it was.
What? I didn't hear anything. So how's Lila? I'm telling you, the second we got married, it's like a switch flip.
Oh, I love it.
What's the matter, Eddie, you little girl?
She's a nightmare, Mac. Yeah.
Go away!
Wait, what? Are you serious?
DreamWorks Pictures presents
I'm Eddie.
Nice to meet you.
a comedy about finding the right girl
So this other girl doesn't bother her that you're a newlywed?
I haven't exactly made it clear to her yet.
at the wrong time.
Where have you been?
From the second I fell for Miranda, I have not once cheated on her with my wife.
Ben Stiller.
Are you okay?
No, Lila, we're not okay.
Stop!
The Heartbreak Kid.
The emotional cheating, yeah. He didn't cheat, but he definitely emotionally cheated. You're right. It's very inappropriate to put kids at the singles table.
True. Yeah.
The implication is wild. Yeah.
You like Rob Corddry, but he does play that guy. He's that guy and all the things he's in.
Yeah.
Principal Role says voting no because the original is so good. I didn't even know this was a remake.
Speedpunk 1996 says, I didn't see Shawn Michaels on that movie at all, and they used his name. True.
That's pretty good. Lopaka says it's worse if the kids aren't even single.
True.
I liked it. I thought it was funny. I'm easy to pleasey. She was really funny in that. I feel I have seen that trailer, but that's definitely a mid that I have not seen, that I don't remember at all. Alan Ackerman, though, very funny stuff. I've met her before. She's been to the bar. Nice. Funny. But yeah, I'm going to give that 2 points. Chat is very split here. It is 25 points voting 1, which is no, and then 26 points voting 2, which is yes. So if you haven't voted yet, now would be the time, because you can see your vote has impact.
I'm going to vote 1.
Okay. Are you voting 1 just because I gave it 2?
Maybe, not really, but maybe. I don't feel like it should get like 4 points from us. Is one thing. Is like, I think like maybe because you're voting 2, I'm like, all right, 3 points is what it deserves. I think it is like a little off theme. It's more comedy than romance.
Romance.
You know
yeah, I guess. I feel it's definitely on theme. Because I mean, what would you title that movie? I think that movie's a rom-com. There's definitely like the love parts, you know. On theme just sucks. Filled with garbage says. Mikey Fat says almost forgot to vote, got real high and forgot I'm actually watching live for once. Hey, welcome Mikey Fat. Chat has been going back and forth with this. The points now are 32 votes for no, 31 votes for yes. So now it's swung the other way. And I think it's time. Should only give these 2 minutes, but now it's been 3. But anyway,
I'm still giving it a point here. You know, I'm giving it a point. You know,
yeah, you're giving it a point. Chat is giving it a point. Oh, it's 50%, 50.8%. No. So it's 49.2% yes. Technically, I guess that is still 1 point. So that's 4 points total. Going to Running and Farting. Again, Running and Farting. Of that name. Running and Farting on the board first. In first place. Oh, it didn't update yet. Oh, no. Anyway, Running and Farting, you're now in first place.
okay.
That was a tight race.
Ready?
I am. Are you ready? Is chat ready?
Yeah, excuse me.
It's horrible. I can't tell you.
Okay, are you having mental problems? High anxiety, manic episodes?
Not exactly. I'm afraid I'm falling in love, and I don't want to.
Love is not such a bad thing.
He's mentally retarded.
How retarded?
Throw it. Retarded.
Wow.
Is there anything you want to tell me about him?
No.
Is this person Chinese, African, or worse, Jewish?
Mother. He's in challenge games, and I'm his mentor. He has this beautiful soul.
You are my friend.
Oh,
What has gotten into Pumpkin?
she seems to have inspired him.
Word has it you went on quite a date yesterday.
It is improper to fraternize with the recipients of our charity.
You're in love with him, aren't you?
No!
Yes, you are!
No!
Yes!
Yes! Oh.
United Artists presents the challenging love story of a pumpkin
You two are not appropriate couple.
that turned into a prince.
Pumpkin's not going to sit in the back of the bus anymore.
I hear those kind of people are very easily aroused.
Those are not what challenged athletes think about. Holy pumpkin.
I've heard about guys losing their chicks to lesbians, but
Oh, the retarded boy must be like some kind of Superman.
He's man enough to take my girl, then he's man enough to fight me.
I must have been on the training.
Christina Ricci, Hank Harris, and Brenda Blethyn.
Why should anything be horrible or ugly? Why can't everything be beautiful and perfect? Oh!
Pumpkin.
Life isn't as easy as I thought. Yes, it is.
What song is that? I love that song.
I don't know. Chat? Yeah, it does seem like Assault.
Yeah. Francis Ford Coppola was the executive producer.
Nancy Sinatra is what chat says. Pumpkin, Tubi and Pluto. Yeah, that might legally be a hard R.
The R word. The hard R we've decided was something else, remember?
Oh, yeah. That might legally be an R word. And a hard R, right? Wait, what would hard R?
The hard R comes at the end of a word.
Oh. Well, what? There's the two R words that start with. Yeah, it's a statutory hard R, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's so dumb that we can't say these words, but I understand why. But it makes conversation harder.
It's harder, but a little bit more fun, you know?
Is the voting system based on if we would watch it or not? It's based on the trailer. So, you know, that if you're personally like, I liked that trailer, but I still wouldn't see that movie, it's up to you. If you're like, that would make me see that movie, fine. It's vote what you want. But the one thing we don't want people to do is be like, I saw that movie and it's not as good as the trailer, so I'm giving it, 0 points or whatever. She realizes in the last 5 minutes of the movie that she dumped her boyfriend to be with a mentally challenged dude she can't have a conversation with.
Ew.
Interesting. I think it looks good. I'm going to chat has given it 2 points, 63%. I've never heard of this movie. I'm gonna give it 2 points. I want to see this.
You know what? I'm giving it a point for it was like a cool style trailer, like good pace and everything, good music, and then I'm giving it another point for being so morally ambiguous, and not that the what she does being morally ambiguous pretty, seems pretty wrong, but I just mean like it's very like, this isn't okay, right? It's very, like, do you know what I mean?
I don't.
No, I mean, like, as far as like wait, what is this movie about? Does this feel like, this doesn't feel like an okay topic? Like,
yeah.
I
wonder if like what do they call it? Like the pitch when you're like trying to sell somebody a movie, you're like, all right, so this sorority girl falls in love with this mentally challenged person, and that's the movie.
It's 2002, so I think they just said it.
Yeah. I'm sure they did. Grimwood says the alternative title was Drool Intentions.
Problematic.
They said it like 5 times in the first scene.
Yeah, no, they did. So you're giving it 2 points because you like that word?
No, I'm giving it 2 points because I want to give it 2 points.
All right, so you are giving it 2 points.
Yes, I am giving it 2 points.
All right, so it's 6 points total. Who gets it?
Abby Sally.
Abby Sally.
And I also want to point out that she released, or she submitted another movie called Catch and Release and had a great comment for it. That we almost watched Catch and Release trailer because of this comment, which is my favorite letterboxed review of this film. I would rather catch and release a fart with my bare hands than ever watch this film again. A heavy romance film that probably only gets a comedy seal because it has Kevin Smith. Also, this trailer made my ovaries hurt.
I love it. Yeah. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Melissa Joan Hart, Adrienne Grenier.
He's just this good friend we never knew you had. Who knows? Maybe more.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, October 1st, only in theaters. With music by Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys, Bare Naked Ladies, Steps, Don Phillip, and more.
What do you think?
There's a few things that like made me kind of, like want to vote no on it. Which one being the sound being like the tracking was off. It was like, but I'm not going to hold that against it.
I will say, like, if your trailer's garbage, don't pick it. If you're like, oh, I wish I had a better version of it, then we watched one last week that was so low res, it was just like pixels.
Yeah. So I mean, the one thing I liked about it, the other thing I didn't like about it was like just the not talking, like the no voiceover, no lines. It's sort of just like did not explain anything. And there
was very little dialogue. I was like, man, there's no dialogue in the whole thing. And then the very end, it's just like, it was such an odd, out of context bit, you know, that was really odd. And I'll say, I love this movie. And so I thought this was going to be an easy 2 points for me, but the audio issues, pain in the ass, the no dialogue, just a bunch of different scenes. And in the movie, there's a synchro dance routine, which is something I personally love in movies, where like all of a sudden out of nowhere, there's a synchronized dance. And that's not even in the fucking trailer. Oh man.
I think
oh yeah, welcome to Trailer Boys.
I also think it's really funny. It's almost like this is just basically a gender swapped, and they eventually did the gender swapped She's All That, right?
Yeah,
but
Adrian Grenray was gross looking, and She's All That I don't think is the right is what you're thinking of.
Isn't that I thought it's She's All That, right? Isn't it the one where it's the girl's the art girl and she's wearing glasses?
Is that She's All That?
Abby Sally's
Sam is corrected. Oh, it is She's All That. She's All That was, I'm thinking of the girl who got the heart tattoo on her face and went, you know, kind of crazy. But it's the girl with 3 names.
You're thinking of She's the Man?
I'm thinking She's the Man. Okay.
But
here's the thing with sorry.
All right, with She's All That, it's funny because like there's the whole like, oh, like you're really gonna pick her, and then she takes her glasses off, and it's like, oh, whoa, she's a babe. With Adrian Grenray,
overalls on,
he just like looks the same. Like
yeah, they didn't really do anything for Adrian Grenray.
No transformation, but you can see his hair's like combed a little bit differently. Yeah.
Well, that movie, Drive Me Crazy, is amazing. I wish Melissa Joan Hart did more movies, because she was in Clarissa Explains It All, and obviously Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Rachel Lee Cook was hot from the first second. Yeah, but Rachel Lee Cook at least was like, the effort was low. It was like she was wearing overalls with paint on them and had glasses, right? That was it.
Yeah. It's somehow with the Adrian Grenier thing, it seems lower. Like he just like put on a sweater. Like there wasn't even glasses involved.
Yeah, it was just yeah. I liked it. So for this Drive Me Crazy, I don't think I can give it points.
Yeah, I'm not going to give it points either.
Yeah. All right. Oh, really? You're not? I thought you were going to give it points. Now I see. Now I feel like giving it a point. See how it works?
Sure.
Giving points based on the other person's points. Should we do like a secret ballot?
No.
I think it deserves a point.
Yeah, sure. Give it a point.
All right. And then chat.
It's a bigger deal than it needs to be.
Chat has given it 1 point, so it's 2 points. Lobaka. 90 TV spot for 90s Melissa Joan Hart movie. She's the good girl. He's the bad boy. You're up next, my friend. Also, Timmy was going to be on the show tonight, but then said, fuck you guys, Gooby would. Period.
Mr. Walsh, the world wants to know, when are you going to kiss her?
So this theory of yours, I'm curious.
I don't believe that dating trains us to be good husbands and wives. Trains us
Is this a Christian movie?
Who talks like that?
I do.
Shoot the ball. Fact. Most people know more about someone after a job interview for delivering pizzas than they do after most dates. Where do you get this stuff from?
Why don't you just crawl back under that cute little antique shop and make up some more theories you never test out at the grown-up table anymore?
I rented the upstairs.
Good dialogue.
Is she a pretty girl?
Not my type.
How do you know? So help me, man.
Is the lead actor the writer and director of
How
this
come
movie?
you haven't asked me out yet?
If I do, you stop breaking things.
I would bet.
I needed to believe my life could be different than it was. That I could be different.
And how did you do that? And don't even tell me you found Jesus or something.
More like he found me.
Really?
I just found in the car and started driving till you ran out of gas.
Make a fresh start. Go where the wind takes me. Follow the warm and fuzzies.
Life just isn't all warm fuzzies.
It's not just all rules either.
If you don't chase after that girl, you're nowhere near the person we thought you were.
All I want is for you to tell me how I make you feel. How do I make you feel, Clay?
Kill each other. When did treating women with respect become the joke?
You want to know what the joke is?
I came here ready to forgive you no matter what.
You make it sound so easy.
You make it sound impossible.
Get over yourself, you and your pain. Stop using the
Whoa.
grace of God as a brick wall.
Did the trailer just fart?
No, that was me. I was like,
that was the sound effect they had for the film reel at the end.
was he like trying to be like the oldest teenager? You know, like the way he dressed, like, hey, I'm just a 19-year-old boy.
Yeah, it's on Tubi.
Of course it is. My favorite part of the trailer is when he's just like, fact, you learn more about somebody interviewing them for a job as a pizza delivery person than you do on a first date. And it's like, yo, first dates, it's a two-way street. You can ask questions and give answers, you idiot.
Also, not a fact. Like, no way is that a fact. Like,
that says more about him.
They did a study.
I have a theory. Fact. I have a theory. And the theory is Filled with Garbage says that movie looks terrible. Yeah. You must be new here. Oh my God.
Away Stark Away said, and we thought pumpkin was R-worded. Alright, here's the thing. I gotta show something.
You no matter what.
You make it sound
I'm gonna show you something in the trailer.
Sound impossible.
And it's like I'd say there's a lot of flaws in this trailer. There's this weird old guy. But like, can you pull up the trailer right now? I'm not sure if it's paused at the right place for you.
He's at the basketball court.
Look how high he bounces that basketball. He bounces it so high.
Because he's angry.
Yeah. He bounces 2 points because of how high he bounced it. It's impressive.
I mean, from that position, wouldn't it be 3 points? Hey! That's a joke.
Put on
old-fashioned.
It's a bounce pass to God.
The movie's called Old Fashioned. Directed by Rick, R-I-K, his name is R-I-K, Swartzwelder. Written by Rick Swartzwelder. Let's see who it stars. Rick Swartzwelder. Hey, I called it.
It's Prick Swartzwelder.
Got a lot of range.
Me.
What?
Gridleaf says, me, the movie. It's like, he's like, hey, you want to read my script? It's called Me, the movie.
I just love the wardrobe, like making him look like a kid. You're a grown man. I should probably now that's a little too too reflective of my own personal wardrobe. I'm like, maybe I should change how I dress.
I mean, you're wearing a tie.
Now I'm wearing a tie. I wear ties all the time.
No.
Okay, I give that no points because fuck you, Flanja. That's what I'm gonna think. I think Flanja submitted this.
I'm giving it 2 points because he bounced that ball so high.
Okay, 2 points from us.
Also, I love a movie where someone like puts all the effort into like making a movie, and it's a movie where in every place they go, they're the smartest person in the scene. Like, it's all about how they're like above everyone. I think that's so funny.
You know what movie I watched that did that very well though was The Tao of Steve.
It's Gramps' New Shoes.
Yes, Gramps' New Shoes, exactly what I was thinking of.
In Gramps' shoes.
In Gramps' shoes. Yeah, I keep doing that too. Going back and having to edit these because I'm very behind on the VODs. Is like I say Gramps' New Shoes every time. So that's 2 points from Sam, 1 point from chat. Who gets that?
Old fashioned. Wait, sorry, I just lost it.
Also, you're getting kind of dark. The sun's going down on you.
Tack ship. Old fashioned.
Tack ship.
How many points? What was that? That was 3 points?
3 points. Tack ship. Going after Flange's territory. Hey, it's a well-worn path, but you know it leads to gold. All right. Random number. Okay. I don't know if this is a real movie. Oh my god, it is. All right. Okay. Interesting. All right. I don't know which one to choose here. I'm gonna stay more on theme, I think. Let's see.
Where are you?
I'm at between 5 and 8, but I think I'm gonna go 5.
Okay, cool.
That girl we met last night at the club, nothing happened after you put her in the cab, right?
No, it is RNG.
Something happened.
But I land on a person and then choose within their.
Nick Marshall's
Oh, burn!
gift to women.
Cappuccino extra foam. Tall or grande?
Grande, or at least I like to think so.
Next.
But he's about to discover what women think.
Let me get you a cab, sir.
Thank you, Flo.
You're welcome, my little sweet buns.
What did you say?
Me? Nothing.
I will hear what women think.
Whoa, lighten up with that aftershave, buddy.
I'm talking personal, private stuff. The stuff that nobody on earth is supposed to hear. I hear that stuff.
And I'm telling you,
It's driving me
problematic.
crazy.
And I tell you, they think the N-word more than you would
This
think.
happened to you or why, but you may just be the luckiest man on earth.
Hello, I'm Darcy.
Think of the possibilities.
Great photographs.
No clue they're all Margaret Burke White.
They're not all Margaret Burke White, are they?
Yeah, they are.
This guy's kind of exciting.
Paramount Pictures and Icon Productions present.
I won't dance. I'm gonna be the one guy on earth who knows what women want, how they think, and why they do those cuckoo things they do.
The story of a
Like yoga?
who's listening to what women want.
Don't fall for a guy at work. Don't fall for a guy at work.
Why?
Why what?
And getting in touch with his feminine side.
Dad! Hi! What are you doing?
Exfoliating?
Is that Shailene Woodley?
I think that's the girl that is the voice.
Just call me anytime.
Oh, from
What's wrong with
Last
me?
of Us?
Correct.
Oh, God, I just looked at his crotch. Oh, I hope he didn't see me. Oh, I just looked at it again. Stop it.
What women want.
He's like
a Nancy Myers
flexing
film.
his boner.
I can't believe this is what I'll be wearing the last night I'm a virgin.
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah. That was a Nancy Myers joint.
What?
Nancy Myers.
That's the girl's name.
Yeah, what did Nancy Myers do?
This is before all that Mel Gibson stuff came out. And it there was a very hard problematic scene, like straight up racist right in the middle there. That was surprising.
Yeah. Nancy Myers does a lot of the something's got the Diane Keaton movies. But also did Private Benjamin, Protocol, Jumpin' Jack Flash, Baby Boom, Father of the
I guess it doesn't have to be racist if he was just hearing her speak in another language, but it was like the energy, like it was like this angry speak. So I don't know. That's it just seemed kind of like, whoa, you wouldn't see that today, you know?
Yeah, we all know what the joke was there.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if they actually here's the next level. I wonder if they actually used somebody like, hey, can you say these things in this language, like yelling them, I wonder if it is, or they were just like, hey, we just say something and like not real, like that next level where it's like, oh, this person isn't saying words, they're just saying sounds that sound like it's another language. That would be the racist part. Anyway, What Women Want. I'm surprised that was a movie, and it's so funny knowing like what kind of a person like Mel Gibson is now and stuff, and then seeing this when he was like, this was his peak like Mel Gibson sex symbol stuff, and then also was that Helen Hunt? Who's the?
Helen Hunt.
Okay, so then also Helen Hunt being at like would she be a sex symbol in this? I'm not really sure.
I mean, she is the female lead, I guess, right? Like,
she kind of looks like the live action Beauty and the Beast.
What? She looks like the live action Beast.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Not Emma Watson. No. The old one with Ron
Perlman and
the Ron Perlman Beast. She kind of looks like the Ron Perlman Beast.
Okay, I see that. Yeah.
In the cat makeup, yes. Look it up and you're like, shit, Nate's right. So it's just a surprise. I feel it
is funny, like anyone, I don't know, maybe she was just like of the time, and that's just like, but like that scene where Mel Gibson like locks eyes with her, and it's like, whoa, like it is like, really? Okay.
Her. Okay. You have this power and you could just be a scammer. I mean, the whole thing is like sketchy because,
I mean, it's all very stupid because he's like, I know. I'm going to finally figure out what women want. And it's like, you could try.
It drove him crazy. In the end of the movie, he ends up in an insane asylum.
Like, why not just talk to him? Ask him what they're thinking. It's like, no, I have to know what they're thinking. They won't tell me because women are deceptive.
I have to give it a point. Yeah, Marissa Tomei was in the movie, Panwell points out. Yeah, Marissa Tomei. Awesome. Like, she is so hot.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Helen Hunt. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. What are you doing, dude? Marissa Tomei was right there.
And I guess, and what's funny is like what women want is like, oh, all these women are very hypersexualizing, you know, like, hey, nice butt. And she's like, oh, I stared at his dick and all this shit. And it's like, oh, this is what women really think. I just thought it was really funny. So I'm giving it a point.
And it's also like, it's cut up, so I don't know what's going on in that scene. But like, the like scene without the inner monologue is like, what is she doing? Like, she's just like sitting there and like looking at his dick and then being like, whoop, 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 and dropping stuff and like turning around.
Oops, I looked at his dick. When you look at a boob, are you like, oh man, I looked at a boob? I feel for me, it's more like, I'm not actively doing it like, oh, I'm looking at a boob. I don't know. Women don't stare at dicks. Is that true? It's got Judy Greer in it. Judy Greer also started looking the hell out.
Very pretty.
What would men want? There is a movie, What Men Want, and the same person submitted this. So I'm giving it a point. Chat gives it 1 point. Sam gives it
1 point.
That's 3 points. Going to Anthony Potkines.
I mean, for fun, should we watch the trailer for What Men Want?
I kind of think we have to.
Like, has anyone else submitted it?
No, it doesn't look like it.
All right, well, then we're just going to watch it and not vote on it, okay?
Listen up, assholes.
Ooh, a pre-trailer trailer.
That's my new neighbor.
What is his name?
Captain Fucktastic. That's what I've been calling him. Such a nice day for a jog.
This guy from Twilight.
What's going on in his head? What, my ass doesn't look good in this skirt?
Given the current climate, it feels inappropriate for me to comment on your body.
What's that kid from?
Tight as a snare drum, you could bounce a quarter off that.
From
Today's my day.
Silicon Valley.
Headline news.
He's
in this room.
What's his name in Silicon Valley? Big Head.
Sports Management's newest partner. Whoa! That pass was actually to Eddie.
I'm so sick of this boys club.
I'll rip out your eyes and fuck the sockets. I'll fuck your mom.
Ad agency exec?
Oh, no, it's my brother.
Said you were gonna fuck your brother's mom?
They say that I don't connect with men.
I hired a psychic.
Where did you find her?
Facebook.
I can help you. Why don't we have some tea?
This smells like dirt.
Oh, that's just jasmine tea. If you don't count the weed and the peyote and the crack.
I feel weird after last night.
Yeah, that's what happens when tequila meets desperation.
Stop doing that.
Are you reading my mind? Because if you can hear my inner thoughts, I am super fucked.
I can hear your inner thoughts and you are super fun. This tea messed me up.
Did you shit yourself? Did
No.
you shit yourself?
No.
No.
No. I have psychic powers.
You can hear what I'm thinking right now.
Not you, just men.
You know, you could use this to your advantage.
You're right.
$2,000.
I'm bluffing these fools. Pretzels are delicious. I'm gonna freeze my sperm and have baby ice cubes.
What the fuck? Nice shot.
Look at you.
Pressing all the ladies.
Whatever.
Why would I waste a second on her when I got you standing right here in front of me?
Yes!
Why are her eyes always closed? Am I that ugly? Damn, her eyes open, but she look crazy as hell. Whoa, 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 whoa.
lowered your mask. Welcome to Wakanda.
Close your mouth. Don't breathe. Don't say nothing.
I liked it. I liked that.
That was a good trailer. The Ramen N subscribed.
Hey, Clown Baby resubscribed. Glow Sticks subscribed. The Great Noirs resubscribed. Accidental Moth gifted another sub. Into the Tug is resubscribed. 17, but like just 17 resubscribed. Belzo gifted 2 subs. Wow. Thanks, everyone. I'm feeling the love. I'm feeling the love.
All right, you're that was. I would have voted 2 points for that trailer. I feel
that,
bad.
Actually, I want to see that. That looks like a funnier movie.
Yeah,
and tonally very different. Like obviously, there's like the inverse of it, but it just seems like a better movie. Like every part of it just seems better.
Yeah, totally. And also, I think like the kind of that they lean on the assistant more.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if there was like a woman confidant that Mel Gibson had, but like
as a plot device, him being there, yeah.
Yeah, that is someone who can have their mind read, I think is was really fun. And that the psychic was really funny.
Yeah, true. Who Bright says, well, men think funnier stuff, so it makes sense that this one would be better.
I really liked the line, it's just Jasmine tea, and what it was, and the weed and peyote and crack.
Crack in the tea, yeah. It was Erykah Badu? Oh,
it was Erykah.
That's so good.
Oh, she was really funny. And then like, did you shit yourself? Did you shit yourself? Did you shit yourself?
Yeah. There were like many times that I was genuinely laughing in that. So that was good.
Yeah, it is funny because I think that was the best trailer we've seen tonight. And by rules of the game, we're not voting on it. Sorry, Anthony Potkines. I think that would have been a shot for an 8-point trailer.
Well, I want to bring up too, like people that submit a bunch, we like to keep it like, so you're not submitting like 10 trailers, because it kind of blows it out. So, we say keep like 3 to 5 trailers, but the context is really important. And I would say if you're feeling one trailer, if you're like, this is my favorite trailer of what I'm submitting, put it in there. Be like, this is my best trailer, like right in the beginning, like my first pick, because we'll go with that one. So in that, now we're like, oh, let's see what we're gonna go with. So let's do it. All right, Sam, you're up next.
All right, here we go.
I know a place where the girls are naked all the time.
Where is this? What are you talking about?
The city.
Sooner or later, every boy has questions about the facts of life.
It says in this magazine that there's a spot on a woman you can touch to drive her completely insane.
What are you studying? Religion?
Sex.
For answers, Frank Wheeler and his friends went to the city.
You take your clothes off for $103.62. Oh.
And hired an expert.
She just hit a kid.
What I think you are?
Oh my God. Look at the way she walks. That is bad. It is. It's very, very bad. And look, over there, it's a girl. What do you say?
Thank you.
Dad, this is V. V, this is Dad.
Hello.
Oh, Dad.
What's she doing here?
Her car broke down.
Yeah, but who is she?
No smoking, no swearing, and don't take your clothes off for money.
You gotta get rid of her. She'll tell our parents.
She's not gonna tell. She's my friend. She's gonna marry my dad.
People like your dad don't marry women like me.
I told him what you did, and he didn't mind. She's Brad's new math tutor.
I bet you're really good at it.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
I need some help with my homework.
What's the subject?
This is a woman. Is it true there's a place on a woman you can touch to make her completely insane?
In my experience, there is no such place.
Poor man.
She's funny, she watches cartoons, and she likes ice cream. She scores a 98 out of a possible 100, losing 1 point because she's a total stranger, and the other because your entire relationship is based on
The
a lie.
boom mic's in that shot.
I feel a strong,
Is it?
almost mammalian pull.
Go back to it.
Melanie Griffith.
Say it again.
What?
The mammal word.
Ed Harris.
Mammalian.
Yes, that's it.
Which brings us to sex.
Milk Money.
It's crazy that Ed Harris was only 28 in that movie.
Is that true?
No.
No. All right, wait.
Relationship is based on
It's right here.
losing ice cream.
Look right above this
She scores a
plane here.
98 out of a possible 100, losing 1 point because she's a total stranger, and the other because your entire relationship is based on a lie.
It's way obvious.
1 point for that?
It's totally the boom mic because it's like popping down.
Mammalian pull towards you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, they can't see it? You guys can't see it in chat? Wait, can you point it out maybe?
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's cropped a bit. Let me see.
Okay.
She watches cartoons.
Sorry. All right, that's the right.
Ready? It's also in one of the next too.
Cartoons, and she likes ice cream. She scores a 98 out of a possible 100.
There it is.
Losing 1 point because she's a total stranger, and the other because your entire
Someone said it was
relationship
also
is based on
one of
a
the
lie.
next shots, so wait, I want to see.
I feel a strong, almost mammalian pull towards you.
Melanie Griffith.
Say it again.
What?
The mammal word.
Ed Harris.
Mammalian.
Yes, that's it.
Which brings us to sex.
Milk Money.
I didn't see it. No, in the upper left, that was a curtain, like a fringe of a curtain. The awning, yeah. But that one part was definitely boom mic. Call the gaff squad.
What'd you think of that?
I loved it. I'm a big fan of that movie, and I thought that was a really fun trailer. I thought there.
I have to do the poll again. If you voted, I have to redo it because I hit the wrong button. So please re-vote.
The format was different, so we didn't see the boom mic. Oh. You know, it is true that when they get the film reels from like if you have a print being shown at a theater, they're supposed to have a matte box that's a specific size for the film, and sometimes they can put the wrong matte box on, and that kind of stuff will be showing, and it's not intended to be shown, and it's not the fault of the filmmaker, it's the fault of the theater. So maybe there was something like that with the transfer. But I really like that movie, and I really like that trailer. I really like the Randy Newman song, the kind of like before You Got a Friend in Me, Randy Newman.
You got a friend in me. I miss Trevor's Randy Newman impression.
Yeah. We got a Toy Story 4. We got a Toy Story 4. We thought we were done, and then they said make one more, 'cause we got a Toy Story 4.
So, all right, 2 minutes are up. You said you're giving that 2 points.
Yeah.
You know what? I thought it was cute. We give it 2 points.
All right, so that's 4 points from us. And how'd chat vote on that one?
3 points for chat.
Points going to Away Stork Away.
Away Stork Away. That puts you in first place.
Oh, wow. All right, your turn.
Matt Sullivan is a young, normal, healthy American male about to attempt the unthinkable.
No sex for Lent. For 40 days. No sexual intimacy of any kind. No nibbling, no biting, no scratching. No masturbation.
You won't last a week.
You're the guy who can't finish a sandwich. You think you can go 40 days? This doesn't affect you in any way.
This affects everyone.
How many days do you think he'll last? Days?
Women have been doing this forever, so we know all about the power.
So you want to have sex with me to regain the power?
We're willing to do whatever is necessary to get the job done.
Oh, God.
From the makers of Bridget Jones's Diary and Notting Hill.
My name's Erica.
You going on a date with her? Isn't that kind of getting in the way of the thing?
We are totally connecting, and it's not a sexual thing. Not for either of us.
Comes a new comedy.
Good night.
About waiting.
Good night.
It's amazing. I'm being treated like an equal, and we're connecting on this whole,
Sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Josh Hartnett.
Surprise inspection.
What the hell is that thing?
It's a special light that allows me to see if any fluids have been liberated.
40 days and 40
Whatever happened
nights.
to the road trip guy?
He was in The Expanse, and he was killed off pretty early.
Spoiler.
Well, if you haven't seen like all 13 seasons of The Expanse, that's on you, bud.
Uh,
I will say I was like, before we, I don't know if it was before we started the show, but maybe it was last year, but I was like, I wonder what happened to Sharon Sossamon, because she was like in First Night, she was in all these things, and it's like, she's gorgeous, and it's like, she's going to be a huge actress, and then she kind of disappeared. So I looked her up, and her son is a musician who's an adult now, and he's very good. And her husband or ex-husband made that movie with Sia called Music. That's how I discovered the movie Music. Rules of Attraction. Yeah. Rules of Attraction was great.
Wait, so is she not doing anything?
She still does stuff, but I think she took a very long break when she had a kid to raise her kid. So yeah, people are listing some of her credits she's in. She's in some things here and there. But she lost the momentum from this era of Sharon Sossamon and Josh Hartnett too. Remember, like Josh Hartnett and just a snapshot of time, right? Like, they're living in San Francisco back, like this era of San Francisco. Oh, I haven't put the poll up. Sorry. It was like still like a cool hip city. It was like hippies. I do. Abby Sally says Nart loves it. Instagram stalking D-list celebs. I do. But yeah, it was just very funny. Like San Francisco, where you could afford to live in there. It was like mostly like hippies and stuff, and it was not like tech bros and homeless people. So
Well, I think the whole thing too is I've seen part of this movie, and it's that they like work for a website or something like that. Like
they work at internet.
yeah, basically.
No, you're right. They work at like some kind of website. Yeah, she used to be in Warpaint.
The band?
Yeah. In Rules of Attraction, remember like her roommate is the girl from the bathtub that has all the scars on her chin? That was like her best friend and roommate in real life. And they started Warpaint together, and Sharon Salzman, I think her sister is still in the band.
Oh.
We had them at the club for some odd reason. I forget what it was. Not to play, but to like hang out.
So wait, what is her son? Is he in a band or something? I thought you were gonna say he was like, and her son is.
No, it's just Instagram stalking. Like her son is a musician and just starting out. I was like, oh, not bad. Yep.
Well, she is of Irish, French, Dutch, Hawaiian, Filipino, German, and English ancestry.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot to process.
The prequel to 40 Days and 40 Nights was that one Seinfeld episode.
What are you going to give that one for points?
You give it a 1 point.
I'll give it a 1 point. I know I've seen this movie, and when road trip guy comes into it, I was like, a memory came back, and it always stuck out to me funny because like whenever they talk about condoms, like, hey, you got a condom, or hey, I need a condom, they say the name brand Magnum. Like, hey man, you got a Magnum? And they're like, oh, the Magnums are in the drawer in the bathroom. I just thought that was so funny. And there's no joke to it. So I was guessing either like Magnum was a paid sponsor or something, or they just both have huge dicks. Yeah.
Joke is they have huge dicks.
But it doesn't come around again. Anyway, I gave it a point. You gave it a point. Chat gave it 2 points. So that's 4 points for 40 Days and 40 Nights.
Cool.
Going to Belzo. 4 points, Belzo.
Points. Cool. All right, ready?
40 inches by 40 inches.
From the director of Top Gun and Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, baby.
Clarence? I'm a married man, buddy.
A con man.
Ask him if he got the letter.
Did you get the letter?
What letter?
He wants to talk to you.
No time. Tell him we gotta go.
A call girl.
You cop all day?
Huh?
I'm Alabama.
She a 4-alarm fire or what? She seems very nice.
What are you doing in LA anyway, huh?
And a suitcase full of trouble.
My name is Vincent Cocotti. I work as consul for Mr. Blue Boyle, the man your son stole from.
Now, all that stands between them and their wildest dreams.
Find out who this winging a prayer artist is and take him off at the neck.
Are 60 cops. 40 agents.
He's a wild man, this kid Clarence. I like him.
30 mobsters.
I haven't killed anybody since 1984.
And a few thousand bullets.
We're all gonna die here. These are cops.
Put him down!
Put him down! Put him down!
Wasn't Jimmy?
Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Dennis Hopper, Val Kilmer, Gary Oldman, Brad Pitt, Christopher Walken.
It's been white boy day.
Slow it down, man.
In a Tony Scott film.
I think what you did was so romantic.
Not since Bonnie and Clyde have two people been so good at being bad. True romance.
I love this movie. People asking in chat, is this a comedy? It's not rom-coms. It's romance movies.
And it's got romance.
Romance. Yeah. I hate how there's like a minute of whatever the post-credit music is. True Romance. The movie is better than the trailer. I mean, the trailer was great, but the movie I think is amazing.
Is Natural Born Killers a rom-com?
Let's watch another Gap commercial. I think Natural Born Killers is a romantic movie, yeah. It says rom-coms.
It's not a rom-com.
Whatever. I don't know. Sam left early and said romantic stuff, so it counts, okay?
I was going off that romantic stuff thing. Yeah. It's not a romantic comedy, but a romance, because it literally has romance in the title. And I think it's a fun trailer. Sounds like a Sam movie. It's a really good movie.
I love that movie. And I know we've watched that trailer even recently. But still.
I know we watched it. Like once I saw it, I was like, oh, we watched this, but I didn't really watch it recently.
We watched the audition, remember? That he did? What's that guy fucking doing here?
Oh yeah.
Him. And then what was the Brad Pitt line when he's on the couch? He's got like one line in the movie.
He's like, oh, you're the guys.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, Rappaport. Yeah. You're the guys. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Abby Sally says, I remember Sam saying this is a good Aerosmith song choice.
Yeah, I do think it's a good Aerosmith song choice.
Well, I give it 2 points. Chat is not fully behind it. I think because a lot of people are like, well, it's not a rom-com. That's fine. Vote your heart. Acting is cringe. I did say that. Acting is mad cringe. I got 2 points in chat. I'm a sucker. I feel that's like nostalgia pandering, but I think that one holds up. A friend of mine, she writes this note on a napkin that says, "You're so cool," with a heart. A friend of mine got that as a tattoo, and I'm like, that's such a cool tattoo. Punish Waller says, we watched it a little too recently for me to vote yes. Fine, vote your heart, everyone. I'm going to give it 2 points. Chat has given it 2 points. Sam is giving it
2 points. I'm going to give it 2 points.
6 points. Who gets those 6 points?
Live long and prosper.
Ooh. Somebody should do the name Live, Laugh, Love, and Prosper. There you go. Live long, love, laugh, prosper. 20. Okay. This one got submitted, so we're doing. Ready?
Yeah.
Before the internet, before cell phones, before rollerblades, there was a time.
Everybody on the dance floor. Very nice, Grandma Molly.
When Robbie Hart was the most popular wedding singer around.
You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Hey, somebody get some pants on that kid.
Until he got stood up at his own wedding.
I woke up this morning and I realized I'm about to marry a wedding singer.
Once again, things that could have been brought to my attention yesterday.
New Line Cinema presents.
Is it true that you're in the middle of a nervous breakdown?
Whoopity-doo!
Adam Sandler.
Hey, psycho. Get out of my Van Halen t-shirt before you jinx the band and they break up.
And Drew Barrymore.
You're the wedding singer.
How you doing? I'm Robbie.
I'm Julia.
In a story about finding love where you least expect it.
Uh-oh. What? You like her?
No, I don't.
This is my fiance, Glenn.
I don't even know your last name.
It's Gulia.
Julia's last name is gonna be Gulia. Julia Gulia. That's funny.
Why is that funny?
I don't know. I just...
Now the girl of his dreams is about to marry Mr. Wrong.
That's grade A, top choice meat.
Good morning.
You can make breakfast from bed?
Unless he can pull off the performance of a lifetime.
She and Glenn just jumped a plane to Vegas.
This is like giving you the whole movie.
This is the entire movie.
Not very accurately either.
You're thinking of leaving Glenn for the wedding singer?
He's more than a lover.
What do you think of the jacket?
I don't know, man. I would lose that glove. You look nuts.
He's more than a legend.
You are the worst wedding singer in the world, buddy. Well, I have a microphone, and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
The Wedding Singer.
I said hip hop, a hip it to the hip to the hip hip hop. You don't stop
Iconic,
the to the
iconic
bang, bang,
scene.
Say up jump the boot to the rhythm of the boogie the beat.
Yeah, the original rapping grandma. All right, can I give my thoughts?
Maybe not this one. Maybe next time.
I almost, in my heart, deducted a point because I was like, they're giving away the whole movie, as you said, but we didn't see anything like actually on the plane, and I actually think it was misleading enough that it kept the fun alive in the movie. And I think it's a great movie, and the trailer reminded me of the charm of that movie.
Is that true? Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore made 5 more rom-coms together. Interesting. I would say
Hey, Ali Shalotl, thank you for rating, and the people that were hanging out with you.
I think The Wedding Singer is an amazing movie. I think it's great. I think it's a perfect movie. And Adam Sandler can make awful, horrible movies forever, for the rest of his life. But because like this one I think is so good, it gets a buy. You know, like I think this movie is amazing. Alexis Arquette is in this, also great. Like there's so many like iconic parts to this. They're very cute together, Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler. The trailer, I don't know if it did it for me. Like I agree with you, like it didn't give everything away, but it was like with the voiceover, like performance of a lifetime, you know, and it's like, wait, what? You know? So the trailer didn't crush it for me. The movie I think is much better than the trailer.
I've got a little trivia for you. Angela Featherstone played Adam Sandler's fiance in it. What was the character?
Yeah, that's the one thing. I was like, I wonder if that was a girl he was dating at the time, because I don't recognize her from anything.
He dated her. She played, or no, he didn't date her. I don't know why. It was her fiance in it, was Linda, and she was a famous other woman in a sitcom breakup. Probably one of the most famous 90s sitcom breakups. Can you guess?
Was it Ross and Rachel? And they were
Yeah,
on a break?
she was the girl. She was the copy shop girl from Friends.
Oh.
That
Those are her
was
two big
girl
credits.
from We're on a Break. She looked like she was in a ton of stuff, actually, like a ton of like 90s sitcoms and stuff. Like she was on Seinfeld. Yeah.
Here's a fact that's not as fun. and this I think was coming from Beach That Makes You Old in chat. If they made The Wedding Singer today with the same premise as that one we just watched, it would take place in 2011. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah. Yeah. If they made The Wedding Singer today, like if that it's possible that Whitest Kids You Know would be done airing our show.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? I'm marijuana. I forgot how young Adam Sandler was in The Wedding Singer. Yeah. That's a great movie.
The Wedding Singer has a tie-in episode with the Goldbergs. Our cousin was an EP on that show.
Interesting.
What was the tie-in, Speed Punk?
Belzo with another gift. Thank you. Belzo has gifted 2 subs in the last 3 minutes. So I'm giving it 1 point, just because the trailer itself was a little loose. And there are so many great parts. I mean, there's so many great parts of that movie. It's really hard to put them all in context in a trailer. But I don't think the trailer put much into context with itself anyway. And the narrative the trailer was telling us was not truthful to what the movie is, you know? So I was not super into it. I love the movie, though. That's the thing. That's where I draw the line. That's why I'm giving it 1 point, because I don't think the trailer was that great. Chat almost got to 3 points, but stopped just shy. So chat gave it 2 points, and that's 1 point for me. So it's 3 points, and then Sam gives it
2 points.
2 points as well. So that's 5 points. Going to, again, a lot of people submitted this, but my RNG landed on Crisco. 5 points for you, Crisco. Welcome to the board. Fudgy Stuff, that's pretty good. Fudgy Stuff says, take off that WKUK shirt before you curse the show and they take it off the air. In the remake, Adam Sandler's character would have to sing Pumped Up Kicks or Born This Way.
That's funny. Cool. All right. Hey. Do a stream. Watch a few trailers. Have a good time.
Good delivery.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, question. Beverly Hills, the most beautiful women in the world, plastic surgery. What do these 3 things have in common? Me in less than a week. Oh, man. Oh, my car.
I think I can fix that.
We want to hear all about California.
I heard that the women out there have their chests enlarged, their thighs vacuumed, and barfed on purpose.
We are prepared to offer you a permanent position as medical practitioner supreme here in the greater Grady metropolitan area, the squash capital of the South. Will all in favor say aye?
Aye. I'm in the Twilight Zone. I'm just on my way to Beverly Hills. Plastic surgery. Not that you need any.
I suspect your version of romance is whatever will separate me from my panties.
All I'm talking about is dinner. Wear a dress. Panties are optional.
Don't you have some kind of urgent business thousands of miles away from here, Doctor?
He was a man with big plans, but he never planned on her. Michael J. Fox.
Morning, Doc. That's a nice pig you got there.
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
Julie Warner.
You can blink now.
Woody Harrelson.
I could have gone to med school. Just the science part of it I had a problem with.
And Bridget Fonda.
Do doctors know more about sex?
Doc Hollywood.
Doc Hollywood.
Doc Hollywood. How does he get stuck in South Carolina?
So he crashes the car, and then they're like, we're gonna have to order the parts, and so it takes them a long time to order the parts. And they keep having delays, and it's kind of it's very, very similar.
Where's he going? Where's he coming from? Where's he going? South Carolina is on the coast.
Yeah, he's driving to Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I mean, what's he coming from the ocean?
Yeah, he's coming from Charleston.
He's coming from the Atlantic Ocean.
It's very similar to the plot of Cool as Ice.
Those guys took him really off-road. Yeah. It's just funny because it's not like he's stuck in Colorado or something, like a state that would be in between somewhere and Los Angeles.
Yeah, why couldn't they just make it Tennessee?
It's coming from Parkinson's Beach.
Shake your head. Boo! Boo that Sam!
Boo.
Boring joke. Do not compare this to Cool as Ice. I know Cool as Ice is pretty great, but Cool as Ice, he crashes his motorcycle, and these people take forever to put it back together. Compare this to Cars.
Yeah, this is basically Cars. Yeah, you are right. You would be correct.
Why? What happens in Cars?
He's trying to get to the big race, and he gets sidetracked in Radiator Springs, and kind of gets introduced to that small town life, and then goes to the big race, but realizes his heart's in the small town.
Was this Bridget Fonda's last movie?
No, this wasn't. Yeah, Bridget Fonda left acting. She's married to Danny.
I think she got into a car accident, and it fucked her up. She stopped acting. Then she married Danny Elfman, and he is a ripped, tattooed guy now. Anyway, weird. Okay.
Fonda's rad. I love Bridget Fonda.
Yeah. Your noise gate's pretty aggressive. Much better.
Okay.
We were just losing the first two words of everything you would say.
I honestly, I haven't set up a noise gate on this.
Oh, it may just be you're too far away. What are you going to give Doc Hollywood?
I'm going to give it a point.
I thought the music was great. Addicted to Love. The premise is there. It's pretty easy. Who's the female lead? I forgot about her. She's a babe. She was oh yeah, her. She was so hot. She's the opposite the Helen Hunt. Because she looks like a normal person, but then you're wait, no, low-key, she's super babe. Okay, I'm gonna give it a point as well. And chat has given it 2 points, so that's 4 points. Going to Doc Hollywood, submitted by...
Oh, shoes from Tommy Boy. That's right.
Yes. Chat was way ahead of you on that one.
Yeah. Doc
Low-key
Hollywood,
Babe.
Voodoo Cowboy. How many points was that?
4 points.
And the description is Pixar's Cars, but instead of Lightning McQueen being a cool race car, he's some sort of flashy bipedal doctor. Trailer has a nice flow with Addicted to Love playing over it and includes a few choice scenes like Julie Warner in the water and Michael J. Fox obliterating the judge's fence. You know what? I like that description so much, I'm giving it an extra point. That's 5 points to Voodoo Cowboy.
Some flashy bipedal. That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
Next up,
of a doctor with 2 working legs, not very believable.
It's very good.
Hi, my name is Mike Myers. Perhaps you recognize me from my recent motion picture, Wayne's World. Thanks. As you can see, I'm on the set of my new film in which I play a young fellow named Charlie, who gets a little more than he bargained for. For example, there's suspense. Have you heard of this case? Mrs. X. She murders her husband on her honeymoon, then she changes her identity and marries again.
I never heard of it, so what?
I think I'm dating Mrs. X.
The Justice Department reports an alarming rise in the
Another low-key babe. What was this lady's name?
across the United States.
It's a smart drink to improve your brain power. You like it, Charlie?
Thank you, no. There's action.
Charlie, there's something I've been meaning to tell you.
She's a killer. Charlie, she is not a killer.
And of course, there's plenty of
Same car.
romance.
What do you look for?
Nancy
in a dog
Travis,
date?
that's
I know
right.
everyone always says sense of humor, but I'd really have to go with breast size.
You're lying on your side, totally asleep. I could just stick a needle in.
So, as you can see, it has all the elements of a truly great motion picture. Oh, did I mention the axe murder?
Hello, sweetheart.
Missed me, darling?
I love how he has like a few bits that he reuses in everything he does.
Yeah.
Like that's straight up a Dr. Evil thing right there, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you love that till you don't.
In theory, I love it. I just love the theory of being like, I'm just going to do the same bits for all the movies.
I've got a movie called Love Guru that would prove your theory wrong.
Oh man, we should put Love Guru on the Mid-Hunters list.
Yeah.
Suhongwa says, next Mid-Hunters theme should be low-key babes. I love it. You like the trailer? It was silly. It's all right. I like the movie. I do think the movie's good. It's a different kind of trailer where he's like, you know, talking to the audience of why to see the movie.
That is it. I was like, ooh, it's a different kind of trailer. That's fun. And then it just kind of didn't really deliver as much, you know? So I'm giving it 1 point for that. But I think it was there were some moments that I liked, you know.
I give it 1 point as well, because the style of the trailer was different. You know, like it was shot for the trailer. I like that about it. I don't know. There was something about it that wasn't like, oh, I got to see this movie. But I do like it enough to give it a point. Chat right now is still voting. We're still at 1 minute. When it hits 2, we're killing it. And it's yes is in the lead, and it's over. And chat has given it 2 points, so that's 4 points going to. Did I pick this one? 4 points going to Grimward.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Everyone ready?
You guys ready?
Are you guys strapped in? Let's go.
We know this production company.
Oh, you know, that reminds me, what about that favor you owe me? Well, you remember a while back you said you'd do me a favor and let me pick out your next wife.
What?
Oh, that one. Mm-hmm. Would you beautiful ladies like to meet him?
How old is he?
65.
65 would be about my limit, though. Now that's what I'm talking about. Cradle robber, huh? A girl can dream, can't she?
Morris? Julie? What a surprise to see you guys here.
I think I've had just about enough of this.
Me too.
So, what do we do for an encore?
What do you want to do?
Oh, no,
is he fucking the bed? He's fucking the bed.
I'm just gonna let you wonder all night long. You need to get a life. I'm not.
Oh, darn it.
Doris, I gotta tell you, I really appreciate you inviting me.
You should sound drop that.
I have to
darn
admit,
it.
I was feeling pretty lonely this afternoon, you know, all of my family being out of town, and Tony, try to hook up with Tony these days, right?
I had dinner with Jackson last night. Didn't realize that you were attracted to him. He's a man, isn't he?
I was only gone for 3 days.
That's all it took. I think I need to tell you something that's not gonna be funny at all.
That's how it ends? And why is it the Star Wars font? Why is that the Star Wars font?
Donald James Parker. Wow.
In these movies, it's funny. Like, I say acting is cringe, but it's funny when people deliver lines like this, and I'm saying it like this, like it's not normal speech,
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of this thing. It's like an impression of what a person does when acting. Like, it's like, I know nothing about acting, so I'm going to do my impression of what a person in this scene would do, but having no sort of like context of the tone of the scene or the purpose of the scene, other than, all right, in this scene, you're going to kind of talk, how ladies do. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to kind of drop some knowledge on you, like, it's like, that's not really direction.
I just want to rewatch. Yeah. I want to rewatch that scene in the restaurant. And
it
also
look like he's fucking the bed, right?
Yeah, he does look like he's fucking the bed. And he's like, oh, I'm not getting back to you. I will let you wonder. Like, that's his flirting. But also I want to point out that the trailer in this, the music is so fucking loud for no reason.
About my limit, though. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now that's
Cradle
what
robber,
I'm talking
A
about.
girl can dream,
Cradle
can't she?
robber?
What
What a surprise to see you guys here.
I think I've had just about enough of this.
Me too.
So, what do we do for an encore?
Fuck that man.
Oh no, Jackson. I'm just gonna let you wonder all. Oh no, Jackson. Oh no, Jackson. Oh no, Jackson. I'm just gonna let you wonder all night long.
Yeah, wonder if he's fucking the bed.
Guys, I gotta tell you, I really appreciate you inviting me. You know, I have to admit, I was feeling pretty lonely this afternoon. You know, with my family being.
I'm having fun.
Here's the odd part of that to me. Did it get really Christian heavy at any point?
I think he's about to tell her that he can't have sex.
Why can't he have sex?
Because he's Christian. That, like, he can't have sex till marriage.
Does that still count after you've, like, been married and divorced?
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was like once you get married the first time, the floodgates are open.
I am guessing he did not get divorced.
But this guy's like, the thing starts off and he's like, remember the bet, I'm allowed to choose your next wife. So it's like, he's had so many wives that like their fun jokey bet is that this guy gets to pick the next one.
Oh, we forgot to go over that. Like, what kind of bet is that?
Yeah. It's kind of a major life decision. You really must trust this guy and have no faith in your own ability to choose women for your life, where you're just handing that off. And then later in the movie, you are like, you tell this guy to get a life. And it's like, you're the one that gave him the power.
You need to get a life and stop choosing my wife like how I asked you to.
And also those women were like sewn on into him. When do you remember the scene when they like walk into the one we just watched where they walk into the restaurant and he's like, hey, what are you doing here? If you look at Gramps' face, he's like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
Hold on. I do want to watch it again.
Gramps acts hard. Donald James, he is a hard actor.
He's a hard dick actor.
Dream can't she?
Watch his face.
Julie? What a surprise to see you guys here.
I think I've had just about enough of this.
Me too.
So,
Me too.
His face acting is fucking perfect.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's good at what he does, you know?
Just a reminder, he did a movie called All Hearts Are Trump, I think, right? And it was like before the pandemic. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. He was an early adopter.
And definitely did not believe in the vaccine.
He was anti-vaccine before it was cool.
Yes.
Ivy Sally says, guys, I've been reading the same page for 2 hours because the trailers have been so good. Gramps' real name is Warren Jeffs. How does that make sense? Oh, is that his character name? All farts are dump. All right. Chat loves this. I can tell Sam loves this.
Yeah,
and I begrudgingly enjoyed this. It wasn't Christian heavy. It's so shitty that I have to give it a point. Or a grudging point.
I'm giving it 2 points.
Chat almost gave it 3 points, but not a lot of people voted. So that's 2 points, so that's 5 points.
That's 5 points going to the man, the myth, the legend, Flanja.
Ah. Flanja. Flanja is going to keep Sandering, and I'm going to keep you out of the top 10 for that. All right. I think we're We're getting close to the end of the show. I don't have one queued up. Let me see. I've been choosing mine at random, and Sam has been choosing ones that he wants to watch. So that's the, if you're new to the show, that's how I've been doing it. I run a random number generator. Sometimes it chooses ones of people that we've already watched trailers for. We try not to double up. We try to do one trailer per person. So that's why we say in your context, if you're going to put, hey, this is my favorite trailer of the night, make sure, because we try not to watch other trailers. Sometimes shit happens. What was that?
You suck! That was going through.
Yeah.
What movie?
I feel I can. No, I'm close. You suck. I don't know. It's not Mike Dexter. It's not that one. A Wedding Singer. No. Yeah. Good job. I keep doing the random number generator. It keeps landing on people that have already watched movies from. All right, here we go. I'm on 66 through 70. What do you think? Oh, there's 2 remakes here.
Oh, I'd say do 69.
Okay.
I'd say do the original.
We don't have to go to Arsenal every time I'm in London, do we? I would have thought we're beyond that stage now.
We'll never be beyond that stage.
Would you like a lift?
You don't know where I live.
Yes, I do. Crouch End.
How about you?
Arsenal.
Inside the stadium or just nearby?
Oh, what's she like? Oh, she's just one of those women, you know. If you like football, you must be a yob. Is she fit?
I've seen this film. You end up shagging on the carpet.
If we end up shagging on the carpet, then I will buy you a new carpet. I owe you a new carpet. What are those?
I am Nicholas Hughes ending up with a yob.
Oh, let's go get hammered. Yeah! Everyone's like that, you know. You'll be seeing your sister next season.
Sisters don't have seasons.
Whatever.
Yes!
21 years I've been going to Arsenal. 21 years.
I'm going next week.
To a football match. It's all a sinister form of male manipulation.
Saturday's the one day of the week when I'm not a responsible adult. I'll turn into someone your age, except I'm not as sensible as you. Go! You're careful and organised and all that sort of thing. I need somebody like that. And you need somebody like me. The opposite. I wanted Arsenal to win the league longer than I wanted to do anything. Do you know what you wanted 18 years ago?
Actually, I don't want to marry David Cassidy. I don't want bigger tits.
Or maybe everyone should want something they've always wanted.
Champions! When was the last time you felt this nervous about a league game?
Have to watch the big match? Well, I'll be thinking of you tonight.
Smith!
Yes! Every now and then. Not very often, but it happens.
I didn't realize that was Mark
doesn't stop in May
Strong.
beginning of
Mark
Strong? Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was laughing.
Looks so young.
All right, that's enough football.
It's the second trailer tonight that has the song There She Goes.
It's a strong song, though. That's a fucking good tune.
Yeah. Third movie we've referenced tonight that has it in it, too.
Well, what was the third movie?
She's All That has a different version.
There she goes.
Has Sixpence None the Richer singing it.
Well, so Fever Pitch, that is the soccer version of Fever Pitch with the team Arsenal. And then they remade this in 2005 for the Red Sox. And while we vote for that, while that vote's up, we're not voting for this one. We're voting for the original British one.
A cell phone, a BlackBerry, a pager, nothing?
No.
Well, what if some sudden crisis occurs, like your father has a heart attack or something?
My father died 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just found out this morning, so it's been a rough 24 hours. You know, maybe I should get a cell phone. That's a good idea.
Lindsay Meeks has never met a guy quite like Ben.
All right, Lindsay, so what's the matter with this one? I'm about to turn 2010, and instead of becoming more open and available, I'm becoming less open.
All the guys you date are competitive and successful.
It's
like you're dating yourself.
The oldest Wilson brother.
This guy has got such a good vibe. I really think you've got something.
Oh, and that's
Something's not
Sky?
quite right. Robin, there is a
Tony
reason this
Sky,
Ben guy
yeah.
is still single.
I'm really gonna
I
take a
saw
chance.
her at the rock climbing gym.
Lindsay,
The tan lady looks familiar.
will you go to opening day with me?
Yes.
She knows he's a fan.
Where do the Sox rank in your life?
I say Red Sox and breathing.
Can you believe this pinhead?
She knows he's devoted.
This Red Sox thing, it's an obsession.
I know, it's just that I hate when it becomes... Oopsie.
But she's about to discover
They're sending me to Paris to close the deal. And I am taking
What?
just how committed he really is.
We're 2 games out of first with 3 weeks left, you know, but this is when they need me.
when they need you.
From 20th Century Fox.
Dump him. What? Give him the boot. At what point do you say to yourself, I'm counting on you to be the one, and I have no fallback plan?
It's not another woman. It's an entire team.
She wants me to give this up?
You love the Sox. But have they ever loved you back?
Who are you, Dr. Phil? Get at it. Go hit. Go swing the bat.
Drew Barrymore, Jimmy Fallon.
23 years. You still care about anything you cared about 23 years ago?
It's only a game.
What did you just say?
She said it's a crying shame. And start moving towards the door.
Fever Pitch.
You want a family, Frank? One, please.
It's funny. It's funny. It does, as a woman, it does suck when your boyfriend likes balls better than you. Yeah, she died. Sully and I were at a game and watched that happen. It was like a line drive foul ball, and this lady was like definitely not paying attention. She was on her phone like doing something else, and she got like dinged off the head. It was like out, and we're like, "Yo, that was crazy! That lady's dead."
She died?
I don't know. I guess she could have. We would have heard about it though, right?
Maybe.
Of those two, what do you think? Here's the thing: is like the whole thing is odd to me because it's like the Red Sox hadn't won shit, and then the year they were filming this movie, they won the World Series. So that was a surprise. But Arsenal like was huge in the '90s.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen the original. It made me want to watch it.
I do like seeing a young what's that guy's name?
Colin Firth?
No. Yeah, Colin Firth. I always call him by his character's name in Bridget Jones. I forget what it is.
Mr. Darcy?
Yeah, Mr. Darcy. All right. So what were you going to give the original Fever Pitch?
Is it Mr. Darcy in Bridget Jones's Diary?
Yeah, Mark Darcy. That's what it is, right, Mark?
But he also plays Mr. Darcy in Sense and Sensibility too, right? Or Pride and Prejudice. Because it's the same as Pride and Prejudice. But he's played Mr. Darcy in Pride and Prejudice, right?
Bridget Jones is an adaptation of Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, so he's played Mr. Darcy twice? That's funny.
Well, there's like 4 Bridget Jones movies, so. This is a hot draw here. It looks like it's just barely missing a 2-pointer by 1 point.
I'm going to give it 2 points. I liked it.
Let me go 1 point. I liked enough to watch it, but it really zing me. So 2, 1, and 1. That's 4 points. Who's getting them?
I think you picked those, but it's Silent Alley.
I did. Silent Tally. 4 points. Wait, no, yeah, 4 points. I went first. You're second, right? So you want to pick 2 and I'll pick 1?
Sure.
Abby Sally says, Firth plays Fitzwilliam Darcy in the BBC's Pride and Prejudice miniseries, as well as Mark Darcy in the Bridget Jones series.
Others aim a little lower.
Welcome to hell, skanks!
Is that Zach's wife?
She reigned over the most powerful sorority on campus.
Still the fairest of them all.
She was destined to join them.
I'm Sydney White.
Campus could use a girl like you. They're our sister sorority.
Oh, so we'll be like brother and sister. Not in, the related way, but I have to go. I saw her throwing herself all over Tyler.
It's a sorority, not a ho-rority.
Sorry, I'm still learning how to speak Pris.
I hereby dismiss Sydney White.
You will never be a Kappa.
Do you need a place to stay? Sydney, meet the guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Dudes, that thing has touched boobs. Go out with me. You look incredible.
I'm okay. My spleen broke my fall.
Tell me what you were doing with her.
I like Sydney. Deal with it.
Sydney White must die a social death.
Now,
We've taken enough of their abuse.
Sydney White and her 7 dorks
We're gonna take her down.
must beat the elite.
So did you pick up on that?
Universal Pictures and Morgan Creek Productions present.
Hi-ho. Hi-ho.
It's time to take back the school.
Amanda Bynes, Sydney White.
Hey, Terrence. Bye, Terrence.
MySpace. Is it MySpace? You didn't. How long did it take you to get that? At what point did you figure out what it was?
No. I read it in the description. So I was wondering at what point it took you to realize that.
When she showed up at when she got kicked out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that does look like a mid hunt.
Yeah, add it. We try to theme the mid hunts, so it's like when people submit for mid hunters. If you don't know, if you're watching the show and you're not aware, I stream under Nate Blackest, and usually on Mondays, probably we'll do it tomorrow. We'll watch maybe something from tonight, or we watch. It's like an After Boys. We'll watch something that we've seen a Trailer Boys show for. But then also we have a show called Mid Hunters, and sometimes there is a little crossover. Mid Hunters is we'll watch a mid-level movie, not like a hilariously bad movie that everyone knows about because it's so bad, or anything that can be considered a good movie. It's usually like below 60%, and that definitely looks like it will qualify. And you can submit your own mid hunts to Misery Loves Us /Mid Hunters. Anyway, I liked it. Amanda Bynes mentioned tonight. I couldn't figure her name out, but there she is. Zach's wife, bonus points. I'm going to give that 2 points.
I'm also going to give it 2 points. I think it's funny because we were talking about how Bridget Jones's Diary is a remake of Pride and Prejudice. And there you go. Another remake, another take on a classic story. And it made me want to watch it because of just how bad it looked. But yeah. And just to also see the way they characterize each of the dorks.
I do love how they folded in the hi-ho part.
Yeah.
They're like, hi-ho,
Yeah. Oh, ooh, yeah. What a diss.
Yeah, the big sorority / fraternity theme movies of the 2000s. We watched one the other night. It was great. Somebody just submitted Sydney. Primer B just submitted Sydney White.
Yeah. That's actually, I think Zach and Sarah might have met at a big sorority movies of the mid 2000s convention. They're both. Yeah. What did chat think of that one?
Chat also gave it 2 points, so that's 6 points.
Okay.
Who gets them?
Cool. 6 points going to Ilium Works.
A few people, I know, some of these things get stretched, and by and large, we're looking for the romance angle. Some of the movies people have submitted, it's yeah, I guess, and I guess maybe someone we watched too, but it's there are some there's some stretches here. You're that's a stretch of this being a romance, just letting you know. So I have one more for the night. Okay. Got it. And this I feel is very on theme too. On our, how we'll do our show and have the theme that we tell people, and then there's the secret theme that just develops while we're watching the show, the trailers.
Yeah.
I want to know if you can figure out what this secret theme is.
I know.
It's a widely known fact that the Stratford sisters aren't allowed to date.
For every girl who's ever hoped.
Daddy, as you know, it's the prom.
Every guy who's ever tried.
You never give up, do you?
Was that a yes?
No!
And anyone.
You're concentrating awfully hard considering it's gym class.
Who's ever been taken completely by surprise.
You're not as vile as I thought you were.
Alex
10
Mack.
Things I Hate About You.
Which one do you like better?
Rated PG-13. Starts March 31st.
Is that the character that she played?
Oh, that was a quick trailer.
That was a quick trailer.
It was the TV trailer, I think.
Obviously the theme was reimaginings.
No, it was super hot teen Nickelodeon stars. Alex Mack and is Alex Mack a Nickelodeon thing?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know. But yes, you're right. This is obviously a remake of Taming of the Shrew. I had a profile pic as Julia Stiles. I had my profile pic as Julia Stiles from this movie for a long time, but Nart thought it was Diane Lane. Yeah. It's a shame what happened to Julia Stiles.
What happened to her?
Jason Bourne killed her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want to pick another trailer, or are we voting on this one?
We're voting on this one. Why? You thought it was too short?
It's just so short. I mean,
It is possibly the shortest trailer that we've ever seen on the show. Oh, Silent Alley says, wait, the secret theme was Nick Stars? I had a Dan Schneider movie. Here is an interesting aside, right? So I started watching another show called School Spirits. and I really like it. And it's very like teen pulpy, like it's this girl that's a ghost and she died. Or the people in her school think she's missing, but she's a ghost, so you know she died. And there's other ghosts in the school, so she's trying to solve her own murder, right? So it's produced by this thing, Awesomeness TV.
She can't like affect stuff.
Yes, have you seen it?
I started to watch it.
I really like it. So, so it's produced by Awesomeness TV, and I'm like, I wonder what that is. So I look up Awesomeness TV. And it was a YouTube channel that was started by this guy. And I look up who the guy is, and I forget, is Eric something. So I trace it back, and he was an actor, and he was in the show Head of the Class. And he was the cool guy with the leather jacket that was in the back of the class. And his best friend in the show was Dan Schneider, who went on to do Nickelodeon stuff. So I'm like, oh, that's weird. So I start following this guy, and his career after acting also started doing Nickelodeon shows. They worked on some of the same but different. And then he was the head of Nickelodeon, and now he's the CEO of Paramount.
Yeah.
Gooch, what up, Gooch?
They weren't best friends on Head of the Class. Dan Schneider's character had that skinny nerdy guy that he was best friends with.
Oh, I barely remember it. I thought it was like the leather jacket cool guy and the fat guy were friends in the back of the class.
No, I thought the leather jacket cool guy had to sit in the front of the class because he was the leather jacket cool guy.
I don't know. I feel you remember this way better than I do. I had COVID. So he's abusing children on Paramount? No, that was Dan Schneider. But it's just funny that like they had this they were doing the same shit. What up, Infinite Gooch? Poop right. Leather jacket guy was friends with no one, bro. Oh, okay. Sorry. Anyway, so those two guys were Nickelodeon guys. Anyway, that's my story. 10 Things I Hate About You has gotten 70% no. That is 1 point, and I'm going to give it 1 point. I'm not giving it 2 points because it was only 30 seconds long.
Yeah, if I gave it 1 point, it would be because of the movie and not because of the trailer. And so I'm going to give it no points.
All right, so it's 2 points for 10 Things I Hate About You. Going to Domino's Fleet. Taming of the Shrew, but in the 90s, plus the best live action Joker in it. Debatable.
A friend of mine, I'm going to watch this next trailer, and part of the reason why I picked this one is because a friend of mine recently watched it and told me Jeff Daniels in this gives off some real Sam Brown vibes.
Sirs, in response to your inquiry, stocks acquired before 1 January 84 should not be subject to anti-straddle rules.
Charles S. Driggs, upwardly mobile, recently promoted, house in the suburbs, father of two.
The usual closing, Charles S. Driggs.
At 2:30 on a Friday afternoon, what's about to happen to Charles is something wild.
I'm Lulu.
Charles, pleased to meet you.
Wait, where are we going? You don't turn around and take me back. You're gonna make me do something that I don't want to do.
I can hardly wait,
I've never done anything like this before.
Don't worry, Charlie, I have.
I may look straight, but right down in here, that's where it counts. Deep down, I got what it takes.
If you were my mother and I brought this guy home as my husband, what would you think?
Very nice. But I'd get rid of those handcuffs if I were you.
Do I look like the kind of guy who would run out on a check? I mean, come on. What a gal, Ray. I mean, what a gal.
Wild thing.
think I love you.
Oh my gosh.
Charles Driggs! Hey, oh, God, no. God.
If he opens his mouth about any of this, and believe me, he will, I'm ruined.
You're great, girl.
I recognize
And
that guy
you're
from
loaded with potential, but you're too much for me.
Charlie, you gotta fight for a woman like this.
Sunglasses. I need sunglasses.
Nah, keep them. You're beautiful.
Something different, something daring, something dangerous. Melanie
3
Griffith,
Ray Liotta's
Jeff
in one night.
Daniels, something wild.
I can't believe this is a Criterion movie.
It's Jonathan Demme.
What has he done?
He's done.
The poster is cool.
Married to the Mob. Silence of the Lambs. Wait, what's that? I just
Is he related to Ted Demme?
Oh yeah. Jonathan Demme did Silence of the Lambs, and
Yeah, Melanie Griffith was in something else tonight too, right?
yeah, Milk Money.
I've never heard of that movie.
Oh,
Did
really?
anyone pick up on Sam Brown vibes from Jeff Daniels? I did not.
I think he also made the Stop Making Sense, or the
Yeah, a bunch of Drew Barrymores.
Talking Head.
Dan T. Ballard's got to be up at 6 a.m. Good night.
Good night, Dan. Have fun at...
Dan, you're going to miss Trailer of the Week voting, which is coming up very shortly. Melanie Griffith looked good. You can barely see the tiger claw marks. Deep joke.
Deep marks.
What are you giving Something Wild?
I like that one. 2 points.
We give it 1 point. I was like, oh, this is interesting. I never heard of it, but it wasn't like it blew me away. It was, I mean, Jeff Daniels looks crazy. It's so young. I was like, holy crap. Chat has given that 2 points as well. So that's 5 points.
5 points. Going to... Wait. I did that thing.
Queen of Romcoms? I think Drew Barrymore. Jeff Daniels was 29 in that movie. Dang. How old was Ray Liotta in that?
Big Row 1.
Big Row 1. Back in it.
So how many points was
Surprised
that?
we didn't see any. It was 5. Talkship says, I'm surprised we didn't see any Meg Ryan movies tonight. I am too.
Yeah.
No Nora Ephron movies. I really like that Meg Ryan movie with Matthew Broderick where they're like stalking their exes. I forget what that one was called, but I liked that movie because they make like a camera obscura in their like abandoned warehouse, and it's just a camera obscura onto their ex's apartment projecting onto the wall, and it was good. I mean, it's not like how it works, you know, like it wouldn't be able to work like that in real life, but Addicted to Love, that was a great one. Also Serendipity with John Cusack. I love that one too. So a lot. J-Lo is in a lot of rom-coms. Didn't see any of those. None of those get submitted. A lot of people were putting the stretch on. You know, like here's a movie. There is some romance in it. But yeah. So trailer of the week, Sam.
Let's see.
No Julia Roberts. True. Is
see Milk Money? Pumpkin.
Speech That Makes You Old still in chat?
Are you ready for the vote?
Beach That Makes You Old. When they won last week, we weren't like, hey, Beach That Makes You Old, you get to suggest a theme for the next episode. So I would want to know what Beach thinks would be a good episode. All right, Milk Money, Pumpkin.
Pumpkin, Milk Money, Best Friends Recycled, True Romance, and Sydney White.
Milk Money, Pumpkin, Best Friends Recycled, True Romance, and Sydney White. Did I miss one?
No, I think that's it. Did you just take it out of the order that it was in?
I put it in an order based on points.
No, you took it out of the order. All right.
What do you mean? I took it out of the order.
It was just in order based on points.
Oh, it wasn't on my screen.
Oh, weird.
Milk Money, Pumpkin, Best Friends, True Romance, Sydney White. Well, hold on. Yeah. No, you're right. Sorry.
How does it take us like 2 minutes to figure out the 5 movies that I told you are right?
No. I thought
everything.
You know what it is? It's because the colors are the same from 5s and 6s. So I was like, wait a minute.
Still,
I'd already put it up. Sam.
Doesn't matter.
It's a very tight race now. Everything is pretty close. I think if I'm picking from these, I'm leaning towards Best Friends Recycled and Pumpkin. Because, sure, True Romance is great. Great movie. Really good trailer, too. But we have seen it before. And we're talking romance movies. Pumpkin, super bizarre, never heard of it. Hard language. Interesting. Best Friends Recycled, I begrudgingly I had to go back. I've never done this before. I looked at the list of movies and I thought about the show. And it's like, did we have any movies tonight where I was just like, what the fuck? Like that trailer, there's always one where it's like, you're going to go show people a trailer and be like, you got to see this fucking trailer. And I was like, did we have any of those tonight? And Pumpkin was one of those, but Best Friends Recycled was one of those, but I had only given it 1 point. And then I realized the only reason I gave it 1 point was out of spite for Flanja. So I edited my point and added a point because as a trailer in itself, I begrudgingly have to give it 2 points. So that put it up into that thing. So that's why I think Best Friends Recycled deserves to win. Or Pumpkin. Those are my 2 choices. Thought you'd be happy with that, Sam. Because if I didn't retro it, it wouldn't be in the top 5.
Do you not want me to talk? You just talked for 3 minutes about what trailer you liked between all 5 trailers. My God.
I mean, you weren't listening. That's not what I said. I went back and I changed my points, and I gave the reason why I changed my points.
You're not even interested in what I think?
No, I'm still going to just keep talking.
All right, cool. I know I was going to say that I thought Milk Money was the best. I think it was just solid. I think it was a solid romantic comedy, and it had great laugh moments, had a great vibe, and yeah. Ed Harris, you could tell Ed Harris gave a great performance from the trailer. Melanie Griffith, she got it. Good movie, good trailer. Milk Money's what did it for me.
Well, I would say Best Friends Recycled was garbage through and through. Pumpkin was super weird. Those are my vibes. Milk Money right now is 13 votes only. Pumpkin has 8. Best Friends Recycled has 9. True Romance has 6. Sydney White has 4.
I think Milk Money won it, right?
How much time do we usually give it 5 minutes? Has Sam seen the Swim Fan ripoff trailer? I don't think so.
All right, I gotta go. What should we do for next week?
Well, I Beach That Makes You Old said he was still in chat, and I said, hey, what do you think? But then I wasn't reading chat, so I don't know if Beach suggested something. Or what would you suggest based on the ones that we saw?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we did this one a while ago, but it is a fun kind of thing to go over. But I would suggest reimaginings.
Like reboots and remakes?
Like, yeah, I mean, like 10 Things I Hate About You, and you know, like even more than like a reboot, like a reimagining, like let's do it from in a new time period. Let's gender swap it. Yeah, but not loyal adaptation.
Interesting. Beach suggested foreign language trailers.
And then we read the whole night? No, thank you.
Right, there you go, Beach. Sam says, fuck you. All right, reimagining. So just for detailed context, it's not necessarily reboots and not necessarily remakes, but I would say unfaithful adaptations doesn't sound right. So
like, I mean, like Fist Fight was like a reimagining of 3 O'clock High. Sydney White was a reimagining of Snow White. There was all we were talking about there. 10 Things I Hate About You, Bridget Jones's Diary. All these things are reimaginings.
all right, I'll use these in the context of it.
You don't have to still submit them. I mean, we watched most of them.
Well, I feel like, especially if the ones that were shown tonight, if people submit them for next episode, it's going to be like, we just watched this, you know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So use 10 Things I Hate About You for the example.
All right. So hold on. While I have you, Sam, master of explaining things. And I already fucked up tonight's episode because apparently I only put rom-coms in. Let's see. Is reimaginings. Oh, I did put romantic comedies.
Yeah, Lydia Petunia. Exactly.
Okay.
Reimagining / ripoffs. I think that's good too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, like the college movie we saw is is like a ripoff of Superbad. And it was funny how many scenes were like almost identical. All right. So I forget who said in chat, but somebody said taking a story and putting it in a transformative context setting. Examples.
Lion King.
No, I mean Lion King. I mean, let's use an example that people shouldn't submit. We haven't seen Lion King, so it'll be 10 things I hate about you was Taming of the Shrew. What other things tonight did we watch that would be in there?
Sydney White was a reimagining of Snow White.
What else? I think we had a few.
I mean, we talked about Bridget Jones's Diary.
Yeah, I think we don't put that one in.
We didn't see it. I think.
What about a ripoff? Where's our Zach Velvet Fedora emote? That's not a Whitest Kids thing. You have to take that up with Sam.
Transmorphers? Or should we just keep it simple?
What is Porky's a... Transmorphers is a ripoff.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty fun...
What is Clueless based off of?
Emma.
What's Emma?
It's one of the... it's a Jane Austen book? Or is it a...
Who's Jane Austen?
She wrote Pride and Prejudice.
So should I get rid of ripoffs or leave it in there?
Yeah, let's leave off for... Let's leave it off. Just reimaginings. There's plenty of reimaginings. You're right.
Okay, so I have 10 things about you and Sydney White.
Abby Sally, I think that's what you say there. That is a reimagining.
What is she saying?
I thought Cruel Intentions was it is a reimagining. It's a reimagining of not Wuthering Heights, but Dangerous Liaisons. Yeah. So I think that's a perfect example of what we're looking for.
What's
that? Cruel Intentions.
What is Cruel Intentions? Sorry, I was listening.
Apparently, it's a reimagining of Dangerous Liaisons. Dark bastard.
Dark bastard. All right. Who do you want to raid, Sam? Just a reminder to everybody that hasn't been watching the show. So Milk Money wins officially with 13 votes. And so Milk Money was submitted by Away Stork Away. That puts Away Stork Away in the lead for the season.
Okay.
We're not doing Marbs tonight. It's a bit late. Got work in the morning. But tomorrow we will most likely be watching something, on the Nate Blackus channel. And maybe it'll be a mid. Maybe it'll be an After Boys. It could be both. What do you make your words are purple? Purple? Huh.
We're going to raid Isidore, who's just chatting. All right.
Bye, everyone. Have a good night. Be safe out there.